Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Norika and today's video is a what's in my diaper bag. I love these videos. I love to see them on YouTube. I'm always curious as to what other mamas have in their diaper bags, and so I thought I would go ahead and share what's in my diaper bag with you guys. My daughter is 5 months and she's currently in an informal daycare, and so we're definitely taking advantage of our diaper bag and using it a lot. I always take it with me when we're going out, and I use it every day when she's going to daycare to make sure that she has everything that she's gonna need. With that said though, I'm very simple. I try to just make sure that I add everything that is needed but not a lot of extra items. The bag gets heavy and it's already challenging to get her out the door and the bag and the car seat, and so I also don't want anybody at the daycare having a hard time finding things for her if they have to go through her bag, and so I just have learned what she needs and I kind of stick with that. So let me go ahead and get started. First off, let me show you guys the bag. This is from the brand Skip Hop. I believe you can find it on Amazon or probably Bye Bye Baby. So it is like a book bag, right? You can put it on like a book bag, or it has these two hooks here, and I have a long strap for it, and I can probably also put it on something like a satchel, I guess. And then if you don't want it on the back, you can always put it on the side. I personally find that the bag has a lot of space. Usually I don't fill the bag to the brim. I usually have a lot of space left over, which is good because when I do go out, maybe like on a day trip or on a weekend trip with her, I have plenty of space. The bag has a front pocket. Then we have our large pocket, right, or large area, and it has two inside pockets. Then in the back, it has another little pocket. Well, not a little, but it's skinnier, obviously, than the big one. And it also comes with a changing station pad, which is great if you're on the go and you have to change them somewhere. Like a public bathroom or a restaurant or the back of your car. It also has a side pocket here. And it also has another one here. Let me see, I think it's closed. And you have another pocket back here, so well on the side here really, and this one kind of goes on the inside, so it's a little hidden, which is good. So let me go ahead and show you guys everything that I put in here on a day-to-day basis. So in this back pocket here, all the way at the back where we have the changing pad, I try to put all of my diaper changing essentials, right? Item number 1, diapers. I always try to make sure to have a good 5 to 6 diapers in here before going sending her to daycare or heading over to daycare, because I want to make sure that they have enough. Wipes, right? I mean, what mama doesn't need wipes? I know sometimes our babies can be really sensitive, and so I do know that the water wipes are great and I love them a lot, but right now if you can't get a hold of them, you know, what are you gonna do? So thankfully our daughter is easy in the sense that she can use different wipes, and so the one that we've been able to find right now is Pampers Sensitive. But I'll tell you guys something, the best trick to avoid diaper rashes is actually to use like a paper towel, right, or I guess a wipe to clean them, and then to pat them dry, because making sure that there's no moisture left over will help diminish the chances of diaper rashes. That's a little side story, but wipes, right? So I always need wipes. Sometimes it's not just for diaper changes, but I do keep it with all my diaper changing essentials. Along with that, I have diaper cream, and the one that we use is the Burt's Bees Baby diaper rash ointment. I really like this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, we don't have a lot of issues with diaper rashes, but in the first few weeks Emily did get a few, and you know, you feel bad because they're new little babies and they're having to deal with that, and so this was a lifesaver. This is the one that we would use to kind of help us out. We had other brands that we tried, and this seemed to be the one that worked the best on her. I also keep a little Ziploc bag with 2 plastic bags, and this is really funny. I also keep a roll of like dog poopy bags, because I don't like right now her diapers are not that big yet, so I can still fit them in here. And so if we're out somewhere and I can't throw a dirty diaper in the trash, then I put him in a doggy poopy bag. I'm sure maybe her diapers will grow and I won't be able to use these, but for now I'm gonna stick with these because I have a bunch at home. I also have 2 plastic bags in the Ziploc bag, and that is in case, you know, we have any issues and we have a wardrobe change that's necessary, and she got dirty or she had a blowout or whatever happened, then I have a bag to put the dirty clothes in. It won't mess up or, you know, kind of get with everything else that's clean in her bag. And so I always just kind of keep this together because I don't want it rolling around with everything else. Just trying to keep everything clean and organized. And what I do with this, because they're really, the chances of having to need this is not an everyday thing, is I keep it all the way in the bottom of the back pocket, like all the way down there, that if you need it, you have it, but it's not on the top because you know it's not something you're going to use all the time. So that's pretty much everything I would put in the last large pocket. And that's really good for me because when I have to change her diaper, I just go straight to that little back pocket and I have everything that I'm gonna need, and when I'm done, put everything back and I don't have to touch anything else that's inside. I'm gonna go over the things that I put into the small pocket. So again, not a lot of items. First and foremost, I have a thermometer for her, and I always carry this, and I always want the daycare staff or individual to have this also in case she's sick or she doesn't feel good. Let's see, I'm gonna put them all together. My daughter has a lot of hair, and so the other item that I always have on me is a brush to kind of fix her hair up because it's really long and it gets all over her face and everywhere, and the poor thing, I personally think it bothers her, and you know, she's a girl, I'm a mom, I'm gonna fix her up. Sanitizer, you always want to have a little bit of hand sanitizer on you for yourself in case you have to, you know, change them or you've touched something dirty or sticky. So I always keep a little hand sanitizer. I'm sure now everybody is carrying hand sanitizers, but if you have a baby, you probably have already been stocking up on them because we know how important that is to make sure that our hands are clean. The other thing I carry all the time is an extra pacifier and pacifier holder. We currently have Event pacifiers and they're great. I think it all depends on your baby, what they like and what kind of pacifier they want to use. I used to think Emily wasn't a picky baby, and now I think this is totally like her one big picky thing. Like she has a favorite pacifier. We have a ton of little pacifier holders as well, and we always keep one in her bag, like a little extra set. And so to kind of keep everything clean because I don't want it roaming around, the Event pacifiers usually come in this like little plastic container. And so since it's only one, I kind of just put everything together there and put it away. Usually she already has one on her that she's carrying with her, but something happens or I'll feel uncomfortable about that one, I'll go ahead and give her this one. I will let you guys know that if you would rather not have to maybe carry another one or you can't, another thing that you can do is you can buy pacifier wipes. I don't have any at the moment, but I do know they're a really good thing. And if not, the final option I would also consider is maybe taking a little water bottle with you, and then whenever you need to clean something with water and you know you're somewhere, you can always just take out the little water bottle. I have done that and I do that quite frequently because I always feel like I need to clean them for her, and so I always have a water bottle with me, and the purpose of that is just to use if I have to like clean this or if I have to wet a little towel for her. And so I just kind of stick that always in the bag if necessary. I wouldn't use that for daycare because at daycare I'm sure they'll have these, you know, they'll have a way to deal with the pacifier, but if we're going out or we're gonna be in a long car ride, then I always just grab that. I feel like I'm missing items. Here we go. This is my holy grail. This is grape water, and this is great. So I always have at home and in her bag and at my parents' house. This is supposed to help you with gas, colic, hiccups, and fussiness, and I completely believe it does. When Emily was born, she had a lot of challenges with burping and like us like letting out the gases and everything like that. and she would get really bad hiccups. And this is what saved us and helped us, because she would be crying for hours or for long periods until I guess she felt better, and then she would get hiccups, and then she would feel bad again because of, I guess, another gas or flossiness or anything. And when we would give her this, sure enough, she would calm down. Like, maybe not right away, but as soon as maybe, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we would totally see the difference. And for hiccups, it actually works instantly. Like, 30 seconds after you give them this, the hiccups are going to be gone. So this is a new one, obviously, because it's still in the packet, but it also comes with a little syringe, which is great because you don't have to worry about finding the syringe. So to me, I always make sure to have this in her bag. Now these are pretty much all the things I would put here in the front pocket. Sorry guys, I think I'm getting like a little bit under the weather. The other thing I would sometimes carry, and it's not something I need on a day-to-day basis, would be any medicine that we're giving her, or any teething items that we are giving her. So currently, her doctors told me to be mindful of the fact that she's gonna start teething, and told me of these drops I can buy. And so once I purchase them, I'm gonna add them to her diaper bag. And when she gets her shots, I always carry Tylenol with me. So another thing to keep in mind that you might want to have every day is any kind of medicine that they're gonna need, you know, when you're out somewhere or maybe throughout the day. So like I said, because this isn't just her daycare diaper bag, this is an everywhere we go diaper bag, I have become started to use it as a purse. And so this is what I would carry in her bag, along with my wallet and my phone. And pretty much what I have in here usually are my keys, some chapstick in case of anything. So I think my lips are always getting really dry, and so I hate needing that and not having chapstick. I always carry a pen and a mirror as well. And then usually if I have space in the little front pocket, I'll usually stick this in her front pocket because it's a lot easier for me to find. But if I see it's too stuffed, then I'll put it in the back where I have all of the diaper essentials. So it kind of depends on where I have space. But that's pretty much what I'll take in her bag for myself, along with my phone, and call it a day. So I'm gonna move on to items I would put into the large pocket. So because I use this every day for daycare, we always make sure to have bottles as well as a formula dispenser. My daughter is on formula, and so we always have to be mindful that we're preparing her stuff ahead of time. Currently, we are really liking the Philip Event bottles. I have about 6 of these, and I love them. I actually think they're on the pricier side sometimes compared to other bottles that I've seen. But I love that they do not have a lot of little pieces. I love that they are thick enough, you know, like I'm able to grab them good. They have like a good grasp. And I think in terms of nipple, my daughter again is not picky because she's had a bunch of bottles, but I think it just really works for her. The flow, it has been amazing for us. So we have a ton of these, and we use them all the time since we're sending her off to daycare. And then we always have a little formula dispenser. These things are amazing. If you're not on formula, maybe you might consider them as a snack when your baby is snacking. The inside has 3 little compartments, or you can actually take it out and you have like 1 compartment, and the lid will work either way, with or without the inside part. And then it has like a little hole, so you don't have to always take off the lid. You just pop this little thing and they can have their snack if it fits through there. So I love this. Usually we prepare a few bottles for her to send to daycare depending on how many hours she'll be there, but I always send extra, and I can usually use this, and this is usually enough because she's not a lot of hours there. So this will always go. And then I'll usually put the bottles, 1 in one pocket, 1 in another, and then because I do have those 2 big pockets on the inside, I'll probably put 1 in one of them. Moving on, I always have little swaddle blankets in her bag, and one of the things that I've done is I keep 2 different sizes. So this is on the larger side, right, of a swaddle blanket. It's really big. And then this is a little bit more on the smaller side. And this is one of those few like what if situations, right? let's say something happens and they just need to cover her or maybe lay her on something, depending on the size of the situation I guess we're dealing with. I just like to make sure that she has these 2 swaddle blankets available. I don't think she has to use them often. I think a few times has been maybe if she's napping or something happens and they have to lay her somewhere and they feel it's a little dirty. Let me put these away. I also always carry an extra outfit, and usually this is kind of like my go-to, one of these little footsie pajamas. I know they're kind of like at home, but because she is in a daycare and she's still not walking or crawling, she's just in her pack and play, this works really good for me. And so I think they maybe have had to use my extra outfit like twice, so I just always have one in there for them to dress her, and it has saved us before. What I need to remember to do when we go out is to have an extra outfit for me, because every once in a while, there'll be a situation and I'll be the one that gets dirty, and then I'm just there trying to figure life out with a dirty shirt. We live in Miami, Florida, so it's not very cold here, and so I always carry a pair of socks for Emily as well. Usually she's not cold, but you might go somewhere, she might be in the car and it might be really cold, and so I'm always mindful of that. I get really cold and my feet are cold, and so I don't want her feet to be cold, so I always have a little pair of socks for her. We always have a bib, of course, because she just started having like pureed items, so we always have a little bib on hand for her bottles or if they're feeding her. And we actually always also have like little cloth, so we have like a bunch of little burp cloth, little washcloth as well, and so I'll always have a few in her bag in case we need to clean something or clean her. And fun fact I can tell you guys about this, about the whole diaper rash, if I'm somewhere and I can't get a paper towel to dry her, I will usually use one of these to dry her up, to make sure that I don't leave like any water from the wipes or anything like that. And then obviously once I'm done, I'll just put it into like one of my little diaper or poopy bags and just remember I have to wash it. So the other items that I usually have in her diaper bag are toys. So I know how many toys Emily will need depending on where we're going for how long, and it's usually not a lot. So I always carry about 2 to 3 toys and stick them in the bag as well for her. If she's going to daycare, I'll put them in the bag, and then when she gets to daycare, I'll let them know that they can take them out of her bag. But that is pretty much everything that I carry in her diaper bag on a day-to-day basis. Guys, please comment below. Let me know what are some of the items that you guys will always have in your diaper bags. What did you guys think about some of the items that I have? I would love to hear from you guys and see what you guys are thinking. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you would like to come along for my journey. Thank you. Bye.